Yes, I have something I'd like to read here. I'd like to take this opportunity to respond to the mayor's statement right at the last meeting of the Common Council regarding public comment. As a member of the Port Jervis Common Council, I support the rights and obligations of the legislative branch of the city government. Our federal constitution not only guarantees a Republican form of government and a separation of powers, it requires it at all levels of government, from the State House to our own City Hall. The mayor is the chief executive of the city, serves every day directing the affairs of the city. That's his role as defined by our city charter. Twice a month, the Common Council, which is the legislative branch of our city government, gathers in to check the affairs of the city and the work of the mayor. It's our role to make sure that he and the department heads he directs are doing their jobs in the service of the people. It is our role to discuss, debate, decide whether the responsibilities of that office are being met. If we are satisfied that they are, we act upon the recommendations of the mayor, department heads, and legislate accordingly. We also are expected to act on other matters outside the recommendations of the mayor and department heads, and these include matters raised from our committee discussions and is brought to us by our constituents. The people need to understand that the powers of the mayor are described in one paragraph in the charter, whereas the rights and responsibilities of the Common Council are contained in an entire 11-page article of the charter. This is the Common Council's meeting, in my opinion, not the mayor's. The Common Council has no offices in this building. We don't meet here or sit here every day. We only have these meetings twice a month to conduct our business and address the affairs of the city and to discuss the actions taken by the mayor. The mayor may preside over the meetings as the CEO, but we sit here as the board with all the votes. The mayor doesn't have a vote at the council. And I think that the issue here is the agenda change regarding public comment made unilaterally by the mayor. The charter clearly states that, quote, the Common Council shall determine the rules of its own proceeding. There is no mention of an agenda in the city charter. The word is nowhere to be found in the entire document. When specific rules of a public body are lacking, it is customary to revert to Robert's Rules. The official Robert's Rules website states the following, quote, for a proposed agenda to become the official agenda for a meeting, it must be adopted by the Assembly, which in this case would be the Common Council, at the outset of the meeting. At the time that an agenda is presented for adoption, it is in order for any member to move to amend the proposed agenda by adding an item or by proposing a change. It is wrong to assume, as many do, that the presiding officer, quote, sets the agenda. It is common for the presiding officer to prepare a proposed agenda that becomes binding only if it is adopted by the full Assembly. As such, it is my belief that the agenda of these proceedings is to be largely determined, adjusted, and approved by the Common Council. As a member of the legislature of the City of Port Jervis, I will as jealously protect, defend, and yes, even expand the rights and responsibilities of this branch of the city government as much, if not more so, as the mayor has his. It is our job to act as a check on the actions of the executive when necessary. We can do that best at our Common Council meeting. Therefore, we must set the agenda of our meeting to ensure a proper and equitable balance of power and of checks and balances. As we look forward to Independence Day, let's not forget that it was the people who began the fight for independence, the people. And the voice of the people, most apparent in their respective legislative bodies, that we must forever preserve, protect, and defend as legislators. Thank you.
Do you have a motion, John?
Yeah, I actually do. I would make a motion that public comment be restored back into the agenda as it was before May 10th. Ask for a second on that.
Do we have a second on that?
Second.
Comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Nay.
Motion denied.